Greetings. Quick chat, quick conversation. It's the time of gathering and assembling our forces. What forces? Why do we need to gather and assemble them? Because we are in a battle. We are in a war. The United States has been invaded. We've been invaded figuratively with ideas, excuse me, and we've been invaded physically by the millions and millions and millions of illegal immigrants who have flooded into this country under President Biden, Vice President Harris, Secretary Mayorkas, and the other liberal progressive Democrats who have ruled this country. We have been invaded by ideas, critical race theory, Marxist ideas, ideas that race is the only thing that matters, and that white people are collectively guilty, even if they themselves not only never did anything, but they themselves are suffering. We have been invaded by this. So, we are gathering our forces now. We are gathering our energy. Are you an American or believer in the American ideal? What is that? That we believe that all men are created equally. That's a paraphrase. Not exactly how the quote goes. But we believe in equality. We believe in equality, which fundamentally is equal opportunity. We believe that the individual is the center, not the collective. We believe that individuals are responsible, even guilty, for what they themselves individually have done, not for some collective punishment, some collective guilt, some collective judgment. We do not believe, even though the United States has had decades and decades of times in which many people, including those in power, operated as if the collective guilt was valid. That's why so many Black Americans were tried, were even lynched because, well, something happened to somebody, grabbed some Black man. Well, that's what they did. Horrible. It was horrible. It was terrible on many levels, on many different levels, but fundamentally because that individual person didn't do anything, but because that person happened to be Black, and you're looking to, and so you take this person and you pour the punishment out on this person, which isn't legitimate and wasn't legal and wasn't done with the person having the right to self-defense, or the presumption of innocence, none of that, but just the simple part that they're not guilty just because of their skin or their race. But today, critical race theory, diversity, equity, and inclusion, this is where we are today. This is where we're back to. Are you an American or believer in American values? That we each, under the law, are equal. We do not live up to those values. We do not experience them the whole way through, but we have the values in common and as intention. Do you believe that? We are gathering the forces because the great battle has not yet been engaged. These are only skirmishes right now. And they're only skirmishes in part because we have been invaded successfully by illegal immigrants by the millions and Marxist, racist ideology, which so many espouse and continue to repeat programmatically. Say that. Programmatically, Pavlovianly, Little Red Book, Cultural Revolution style, because they don't think. We're gathering the forces together of those who think. Do you think? Do you think? It's a bit of a challenge, and yet it's a good one. Do you think? Do you question? Do you say, wait a minute, prove it? Wait a minute. Just because something bad was done to some people some other way in some other time doesn't mean that you should somehow do those same types of bad things to people who look like the people who did the bad things before when these people had nothing to do with it. Where do you stand on any of that? We are at a place where we are gathering those who believe in the individual is the center, very American idea, where we are equal under the law, the Constitution, and in practice. Very American idea. Someone who's born American, generations of American. Someone who's 5 minutes after earning the right to be a citizen and declaring loyalty and adherence to the Constitution and the United States, we are entirely equal. Those are American ideals. We're gathering because the great battles do not happen instantaneously. They happen when the forces are gathered for the actual battle. We are still gathering, but we are gathering. We are finally gathering. We've been too nice for too long, too tolerant for too long. We have been infiltrated by the enemy. It is time to identify what you believe in, that you believe in the United States, American ideals, the individuals, regardless of race, creed, sex, or color. We are all on this side, or you are Marxist, racist, critical race theory enemy. Let's go. Son of Liberty 2020, I'm Liberty 2020, gmail.com. See you next time.